Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of Transport Fever 2 for Remote Edition. In the previous episode, we basically added some new services, but in more recent case, we actually replaced many of our aging first-generation diesels with brand new second-generation ones, via these new GP38-2s, the green ones basically, and replaced some of our aging rolling stock with more modern equipment. And in this episode, we're going to continue on serving the local towns and industries, and hopefully get more new equipment on the map. But, however, I need to make a confession. In the previous episode, I could not basically get the game saved with all the new trains and stuff, so I'll have to basically redo them again. So, right now, our first task is to basically get back to Kingsburg and start setting up a new industry. Well, not setting up a new industry, but building a freight station in Kingsburg to allow passengers and, well, just to deliver freight into the town. Though, I think in more recent times, I think that maybe my passenger trains are starting to not use as much because of, well, the advent of road transport. But, in serious case, though, I think it's time to basically do a little bit of de-sizing a bit. Anyway, let's go back to Kingsburg and set up everything for our new freight operations. Now, Kingsburg needs both fuel and packaging cartons to basically keep the town supplied. But first of all, I want to build a road connecting this side of the industries to this side. Along with that, I also took the liberty of removing some mods that I don't even use anymore, such as replacing some of my aging buses, some of my aging trolleys and trucks, and also getting rid of some assets that I basically don't use. Now, packaging carton, it's going to be a bit different, as we could deliver it by rail, but since the packaging cartons are basically hindered by the size of the platform at the main station that serves it, and don't tell me the game basically froze up again. Ugh. Okay, it just was basically scrolling out, while I was trying to move this down. Whatever the case, we're going to basically transport the packaging carton by road from the factory to Kingsburg. Set up 2 tracks, no catenary. Do this here. And basically, we're going to connect the mainline trackage from here. Connect the mainline trackage to the spur line. And also deliver some loads of fuel into town. We'll probably build a switch here. If that works okay by the look of the track algorithm as I place this down. Ooh, that does not look good. I guess I'll have to rebuild the track. We'll basically, do this. And then curve the track up. And because of the new switches, we'll have to replace the aging semaphore signals on this track with the new color light ones. Plus, at the same time, I can also place down a new signal gantry over the 4-track section. Like so. Now, we'll basically place this down for the junction that leads to the station or to the Gold Products plant, and it's just a single set of single head signals. We'll place them here as well. And we'll set up a crossover here. Plus, we'll also have to replace this with a double aspect, because now there are two platforms to basically deliver cargo. Now, we'll place down a truck delivery station here, so most of the packaging carton can be delivered in by road, and fuel can be brought in by rail. Next stop is the packaging carton factory, on where we'll send out a truck to pick up the loads of packaging cartons and take it to their destination. Now, I already have a truck in mind for this service. Let's see. We'll basically classify this service as Truck G1, picking up packaging cartons, and then taking them down to here to be unloaded. This will be Truck Service G1. It'll be green, like all the others. But the truck I'll use for the delivery of these packaging cartons, which is 51, will be one of these Peterbilt trucks. We'll basically use one of the Peterbilt 352s. Although, we could also use several of these other trucks to deliver loads of commodities around the map. But I think we'll basically use this one because it has 72 units. And with that in mind, let's put it into service. Nice. And that also reminds me, what about the service that's located high up? Let's actually replace that. Let's have a look. Truck F1. We could probably just sell these trucks, as I don't really need them, and then just convert this truck to carrying loads of this. Let's see, Truck Service E2. Where are these trucks being loaded at their destination, at their current location? Asphalt? I think these are the wrong type of trucks. So I'll probably might just sell these off and just replace it with a truck that carries asphalt. Let's see, asphalt. Here we go. Let's see. This Peterbilt dump truck is the best option. It carries 72 units, but since it carries that much, we probably won't need to have like a whole cavalcade of them. I think in this episode we're going to focus mostly on replacing our aging truck fleet and replacing some of our town supply trucks with these. Let's see. This one is carrying loads of let's see. What are the commodities here? Silverware and asphalt. So, let's see. Let's get out another Peterbilt to pick up silverware. And just basically... Oh, wait. Let's sell these vehicles off. And just convert this one into this. What about Truck D1? Truck D1, it's picking up alcohol barrels, so... we'll just sell these off. And just have this truck instead. As I believe this truck can be capable of carrying, alcohol barrels. Let's see, Truck C3. This service is picking up asphalt, so we'll basically just get rid of these, and we'll just sell them off, and then just basically replace it with a truck that carries asphalt into town. Truck Service C2. What commodities are they picking up here at Blue Water City? let's have a look at the route statistics and see what commodities they're picking up. Managed line. Their commodity they're picking up is cigars. So we'll basically do all of these, get rid of this, and then just convert the truck that carries cigars to town. And this service, I believe, is carrying fruit. And why is it going to pick up asphalt? It's only is going to drop it off at the yard. Let's see. Truck service C1. This service is only picking up fruit. So we'll just sell these off and just basically buy one of these. Now, let's see. These trucks, according to their load, they're only picking up as lubricants. So I think I could basically just get rid of these and just buy a new truck that will just carry one big load of lubricants into town. This one is supposed to pick up, let's see. This one is supposed to pick up war material. So, do the same thing again. We'll sell these off and convert this truck to carrying war material. This truck line basically picks up cigars. Select all, sell off all but one, and then just basically do this. And truck service B1 is picking up foodstuffs. So, again, with the same technique, we're going to do this, do that. And also, for truck service A1 that's picking up alcohol barrels, sell these off, and just replace them with one of these. Perfect. Now, I won't have to worry about so much money being lost. Although, I do want to basically keep some of these in service, so we'll just sell off about 5 of these on trucking convoy A, and just sell off the other 5 here. That should not only give us some extra cash, but it should also allow us to basically save a lot of money. Now, the only commodity that I also need to deliver to Blue Water City is fuel. Which is about time that we got started on serving the fuel industry. Now let's see. Fuel. There we go. The Leamington Fuel Refinery. It is received. It will receive. It already has its oil delivered, but we need to start sending it out by rail. It will pick up a full load of fuel from the refinery, and if we go to Kingsburg, we can drop it off here. But since this is going to be a first supply of this to town, it will be Freight Train TS13A. And also, I'll need to set up the tracks for the station as well. I'll need to set up the tracks so the freight train does not get stuck in the middle of the passenger route. So, well, let's go back up to Greenwood and get started on that. And then we'll just zoom in onto these tracks up there. And then just set up the tracks as they are. Although I don't understand why this service is going onto this track instead. Let's see. Blackwater Tin Exchange, Leamington Sidings, and then it's gonna go back the same track it came on. As so. There we go. Much better. And surprisingly, this train actually has a full load of steel, which is nice. Now, let's see. Freight train 13A. You're gonna go through Lower Leamington. But of course, you're gonna go through this signal on the way down to Kingsburg, and this track on the return track going up. Which I think if let's see. Let's have a look. Freight train. There we go. That works. Well, at least this 4-track mainline is making it a lot easier for all of my trains to get to their particular destinations. But now, with the fuel line set up, we might as well acquire a new locomotive and some rolling stock to service it. Although, I think I've forgotten to take out one particular mod before this recording, but I could just do it off screen before the next episode. It's surprising on how much, these... Oh! Look at that! We got a new bus, the MCI MC8, a new GP38-2, several new ones, and a new flat car, an 89-foot long one, another set of diesels, and that's basically it. We might as well just get a couple of the EMD SD40-2s. And get a couple of these tank cars. Let's place down a bay window caboose. But actually, I might need two. Because there's a freight service that I'll need to take care of before we're done with this episode. I'll sign this train, and it will now basically... Now, trains will have to basically go to the fuel depot. And why is it going to Kingsburg Halt, of all places? May I ask? Ugh. Well, anyway. At least, right now, I can set up a new freight service to take care of that other train. Let's see, we'll fill up a full load of fuel, and if we go back to Blue Water City, as so, we can at least be able to deliver supplies needed for that city. Now, what are the services in this town? Freight train TS4, TSC, and TS4. So, let's see. Freight train TS4D fuel. Now, the question is on how am I going to get this freight train to get to where it needs to go between Blue Water City and the fuel refinery in Leamington. I might as well also have a look at the route itself and see if the tracks are okay. Okay, so it will depart on that track, make a curve down onto the main, then switch itself onto this set of track, passing through the town of Lempton through Greenwood. It will go on along the 4-lane main line. Okay, Pine Valley needs both food and war material now. About time. It will have to go through Longhorn, although I think it's a faster direct route if we basically go on this track that goes nearby. Oh wait, there's no actual connecting track to it. Although it does basically go onto a line that's not normally commonly seen. Well, a line that's mostly used for freight, but it does have a small local commuter service on it. But after going through, it'll go through this signal and this signal, and then I'll just assign the new train to that route. Let's see. Freight train fuel. Richland now requires machinery. Sprout needs a new commodity, I believe. Richland, which now just needs machinery and packaging gardens. I swear, I forgot to basically change it again. But in any sense, we do need to supply this town with cigarettes, tools, and building materials. Also, is there any services I forgot to add equipment to? I need to have a look. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one. Freight train, processed products, slag. Well, considering that I'll need to basically, let's see. Since slag is a bit of a heavy commodity, I might as well use a pair of the SD40s and then just get the slag I need for this service. And since the gondolas are not super high, I can at least add a caboose. I'll buy that and put it to work on picking up slag and taking it to be processed at the recycling plant. But with this new 89-foot flat car that goes up to 80 miles an hour, we could basically use this to replace some of our aging flat cars. Which, according to this, it carries everything from construction material, construction equipment to aircraft parts. And these actually hold 48, compared to the old flat cars 18. So I think once we get these added to our freight trains that have these type of flat cars, we'll probably just remove this mod as well as some of the others that I don't use anymore. Although I am keeping some of these because the game will basically not work if I don't have them installed. But I think, plus, this fuel we might want to keep one of these tenders just in case. Because I have a plan in the future for our company involving one of these locomotives. Which steam engine? You'll have to wait and see, because we're still 7 years away from our... We're basically still about, let's see. We do have a plan for the company's 100th anniversary in 1985, but for now, we're still using what we have. But other than that, I think we have reached a good ending point for today's episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my outside schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. If the camera will let me get to a good spot, like so. Yeah, this will work. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!